You ever wonder why technical buyers take forever to make a decision? You might have had a great sales call with them and they seem super interested, and then it's like radio silence. No response, no movement. Did they ghost you? Did they lose interest? Probably not. They're probably just deep into their buying journey. Unlike traditional B2B buyers, technical buyers, they don't just talk to sales and then pull out a credit card. Their decision making process is structured, it's methodical, and it's full of internal roadblocks. If you don't understand how they think and how they move through this process, you're going to lose deals without realizing why. Or you'll face like eternal sales cycles that just take forever to close. So, in this video, I'm going to break down the technical buyer's journey step by step so that you can align your sales and marketing strategy to how they actually buy. Okay, the first step of the buyer's journey is called awareness. And that basically means I have a problem. So at this stage, technical buyers, they're not really even looking for a software or a solution. They're just recognizing they have a problem. Usually it's a simple Google search like how to integrate this thing with that. It's kind of like, okay, I think I need to do this. Maybe there's other people doing this, right? So maybe they've noticed inefficiencies in their workflow. Maybe their competitors are adopting better tools or automating processes or reducing costs, and they're starting to wonder if they're falling behind. Their mindset is basically, are we using the best available technology? Is there a better way to do this? What are other companies doing? Why is this so difficult? So, what do? They start researching. They read blog posts, industry white papers. They'll engage in discussions on Slack, Reddit, Discord. They'll watch videos from trusted tech influencers. And here's the kicker, at this stage, they're not looking for a sales pitch. Your content doesn't need to say, for help with this, reach out to us. Like, you just need to address their awareness stage. They're looking for educational content that helps them better understand the problem, their own problems. If you don't have content that meets them where they're searching, you don't exist in their world. They won't even know to consider you later in the process. And that's why this stage is all about visibility and education. If your content isn't helping buyers define their problem, someone else's is. What you want to do is say, here's what you're experiencing. We know everything about it. And it looks like this, it smells like this, and we know how to get you from A to B. Let's just talk about the problem. So just be authoritative, be an expert, and demonstrate experience with the problem. You'll be good. Step 2 is consideration. They're asking, what are my concerns and objections? The technical buyer knows they have a problem, so now they're asking, what's the best way to solve it? And this is where things start getting methodical. The mindset shifts to, well, what solutions exist? How do they compare? Will this work with my existing tech stack? Is it secure and compliant? Are the costs reasonable? At this stage, they're not interested in any sort of marketing speak. They're looking for facts, hard facts, like technical white papers, API documentation, architecture diagrams, security reports, and real world case studies. If your content isn't detailed, transparent, and accessible, you're kind of out of the running. If they have to schedule a call just to get basic security documentation, they'll go with the competitor that makes that information public. Another big mistake is ignoring the other stakeholders in this phase. It's not just the engineer evaluating your solution. The security team is also checking on compliance stuff. IT leadership is looking at long-term scalability. Can we deploy this into our infrastructure? Is it compatible with everything we're using? So if your content only speaks to one audience, you're also stalling your own deals. You're getting in your own way. At this stage, your job is to remove friction. Give them everything they need to validate your solution without making them jump through any hoops. All right, step 3 of the buyer's journey is decision. And that's when they're realizing, okay, this is the best solution. They might be comparing 2 solutions or maybe even 3, but they are ready to start getting their hands dirty. They've done their research, they're convinced, and they think your solution could be a great fit. So this is where the hardest part starts. Convincing everyone else. At this stage, the technical buyer mindset shifts to, how do I sell this internally? What does the ROI look like? What objections will leadership and procurement raise? You've got to help your technical buyer address all of these things because this is where many deals fall apart. It's not that the buyer isn't interested, it's that they can't get internal approval. They can't get the funds, they can't get the permission, they can't get the go ahead even for a proof of concept. So the decision phase is really full of roadblocks. You've got security and compliance reviews, procurement negotiations, budget approvals, proof of concept testing, internal politics. Someone on the team might have used your product 2 years ago at a different company and said, oh, it sucks. Oh, I didn't like this. We had these problems. There's a lot of stuff you've got to overcome in order to get through the decision phase. And if your content doesn't help them make their case internally, you are making the job harder. Don't make their job harder. So provide things like ROI calculators to quantify the business impact, executive summaries that translate technical benefits into financial outcomes, procurement-friendly documentation that speeds up approvals, and all sorts of security and compliance questionnaire information. Instead of setting a call with a procurement expert, who's going to ask you a whole barrage of questions like, are you SOC 2 compliant? And what do you do about, GDPR and this and that? Have it all online. Just make it easy for yourself and for the person who needs the info. In short, if your technical champion has everything that they need, it'll be easy. But if they have to do all the selling internally by themselves, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You probably lost the deal. So here's how to align your sales and marketing to the technical buyer's journey. So there are 3 key things to make sure your sales and marketing actually align with the buyer's journey. First, create content for each stage of the journey. Like for awareness, you want blog posts, white papers, industry research. In the consideration phase, you want case studies, security documentation, integration guides. In the decision phase, you want those ROI calculators, pricing decks, proof of concept guides. Second, make your content just easy to find. Optimize for SEO and technical search terms. Be active in online communities where technical buyers are asking questions. Provide self-serve resources. Don't just lock everything behind a sales call or gated stuff where they have to type in their email address. They don't want to give you information. They want to get information before they buy something from you. Third, enable your technical champion to sell internally. Provide executive-friendly documents like one-pagers, ebooks, all of that stuff that help them pitch to leadership. Offer customizable internal pitch decks that they can use. Plop your logo here, and then the whole deck gets built. It's magical, it's wonderful. Make it easy for them. Give them security and compliance documentation up front. Technical buyers, they just need life to be easy. So make it easy for them. All right, here's wrapping it all up. Technical buyers, they don't want to be sold to. They want to evaluate solutions on their own terms. So if you're not supporting them at each stage of their journey, you are losing deals before they ever reach the decision phase. The best sales process isn't one that pushes technical buyers to move faster. It's one that removes the friction so they can move at their own pace without ever getting stuck. All right. In the next video, we will break down how to create high-impact technical content that maps directly to this journey so you can turn research into real conversations.